Alright everyone, let's talk about some things that you do not want to do in Raid Shadow Legends. Now this is really important because in Raid Shadow Legends, the game is designed in a way where you're actually going to get punished pretty significantly for doing certain things incorrectly. Now this is just kind of a common theme among many games like this called gacha games, especially when they have certain systems like energy systems and the way that they kind of hand out rewards and events and whatnot. They are all very similar, but there's definitely certain things that you really want to avoid doing because they are going to harm your overall long-term progress in the game. Now, I will say this at the start as well, is this video is going to be mostly designed towards newer players. If you've been playing the game for a while, you're probably going to know at least some of these, but you might still not know all of them. But these are very important, so if you are newer to the game, you absolutely want to make sure that you are not doing these things. So let's go ahead and start off. We're going to go through 5 of them today, and the first one is going to be the one that, in my opinion, this one really personally bothers me the most, and it's also probably going to be the one that I see most people doing the most frequently. I see constantly people posting images on different social media and message boards. I see videos, I see live streams where people are doing this incorrectly, and it really does bother me because it is a huge way to slow down your progress in Raid Shadow Legends. And what I'm talking about, of course, is overcapped energy. Now, I understand early on in the game, there's really not going to be any way around this. You're going to just be overcapped on energy when you're starting out because your account level is going to be pretty low. It's going to be really easy to end up getting those account levels. Every time you get an account level, of course, you increase your maximum energy, but you're also going to get a full refill for free. You're just going to be handed tons and tons of stuff, and I understand that at certain points in the game, there's really no way around this, but as you get later on, you can actually have a lot of control over your energy, and you want to do everything you possibly can to make sure that your energy is below the maximum. The main reason is when you are below the maximum number of energy, you are going to be regenerating 1 energy for free every 3 minutes. If you are above your maximum energy, so pretty much any time you claim large energy rewards, you are no longer going to be getting any energy regenerated until you go below that maximum energy. So if I were to take a 1000 energy reward right now, I would go from 115 to 1115 energy, but I would lose that 1 free energy regeneration every 3 minutes until I went all the way back down to below 130 energy. And this adds up. Energy is a super important resource in the game. It's very, very important, so you really want to make sure that you're getting all the free stuff that the game gives you, and that includes your free energy every 3 minutes. Now, there is some ways that you can control this, and this is actually going to lead into my second tip, but just as an example so I can show you, I have 115 energy. As you can see, I'm getting pretty close to the maximum, but I am still regenerating it. I try to plan this out as best as I can, so of course I'm recording a video right now, but I don't expect it to take 45 minutes or however long it's going to take for my energy to refill. But I have a whole bunch of energy that I can take right now, which I've actually held off. I've got my daily playtime rewards, as you can see here. I am not going to claim this until I need it. I have all the way up until the daily reset at 00 UTC to claim this, so there's really no reason to click on it right away. So when you guys end up unlocking your playtime rewards or your daily quest rewards, I have this right here. You can go all the way up until 10, 15, 20 minutes before the reset before you have to claim that prize or you're going to lose it. So I would recommend that you strategically plan things out like this so that you are making sure that you have as much free energy regeneration as you can. Don't just claim it all at once because then you are losing that 1 free energy every 3 minutes. And like I said, this is actually going to lead into my second my second tip, which is going to be you want to pick up your rewards strategically. Now this of course goes for energy, which I just talked about right now, but it's also very important for other things as well. Now, I'm talking about all the rewards the game is going to give you. You're going to get rewards from your playtime rewards. You're going to get your quest rewards. You're going to end up getting rewards from events. As you can see here, we have a few events going on right now, and I actually have some rewards that I can end up claiming from the Summon Rush, which I haven't done yet. Also, things like your campaign rewards. When you end up getting a certain number of stars, you're going to get a whole bunch of rewards through the campaign. You have the possibility of getting rewards from Faction Wars as well, very similar to the campaign. You have these little mission bars when you get to certain stars. Even things like from the challenges. There's a ton of different rewards that are thrown at you, and you want to just take a little bit of time to realize that certain rewards might not be worth picking up right away. Even things in your mailbox, when it comes to compensation, those are going to get sent to your mailbox, and usually they don't last for too long, but one of the compensations that we were given actually had a time limit of 99 days, which was unusual, but you just want to take a little bit to learn what rewards might not be worth taking right away. Because certain things like experience boosts, and I know this is something that you get quite a bit of early on in the game, especially when it comes to your campaign rewards, once you end up claiming that reward from the campaign, it is immediately going to activate your experience boost. So if you don't plan on actually farming the campaign or farming fodder champions to level up right away, it's probably not going to be worth taking that experience boost right away. So maybe you want to wait until you actually plan on leveling up fodder, or you can even strategically try to wait until there is an event going on that is going to give you rewards for leveling up fodder, like a champion training event. And obviously this can get pretty complicated. Every situation is going to be a little bit different, but you want to just take a look at the rewards and realize that a lot of them you don't have to claim them. Like when it comes to the campaign, you're still going to get your progress, you're still going to get your stars. Even if you don't claim the rewards, you're still unlocking the rewards later on, so you don't really have to worry about it. You want to actually just hold off and wait and claim them when it's going to be a better time to do so. There's really no reason to rush and just claim absolutely everything right away. Even in the mailbox, a lot of stuff is going to have a claim time of 99 days. That's plenty of time to really try to find a better time to claim your prizes rather than just taking it right away and letting a lot of the usefulness of those rewards just go to waste. So that is number 2. Now number 3, this is a really big one early on in the game, and this is something that I see a lot of people talk about, and this is actually going to be one of the ways how I conquered climbing up the arena ranks without too many good champions. Now when I climbed the arena, I was using mostly starter champions. I had a couple of decent units, but I definitely did not have a great arena team. And even now, my arena team is okay, but it's definitely not great, especially if you take a look at other people's accounts. It is very, very average for the progress that I have in this game. Now, you really want to focus on not actually challenging very difficult teams. If you face a team that you know you're going to lose, you do not want to challenge that team. And there are a couple of reasons why. It's really going to punish you significantly for losing battles when it comes to arena. Because not only are you going to actually lose one of your limited arena tokens, which only regenerate at 1 per hour, you only get a certain number of them per day, but you're not going to get the rewards, and you're also going to lose arena points. You're going to lose rating. So now you used an arena token, you lost a battle, and now you're going to have to win 2 battles just to get back to that point. So it really, really harms you. And if you see teams that you are almost positive that you are going to lose against, just don't fight them. Really utilize this free refresh. This is absolutely huge, and you get a free refresh every 15 minutes. That is a lot. That is 10 whole new teams that you can face, whatever arena tier that you are in. That is 10 new possibilities that you can get every 15 minutes. And even if you don't really have a very good team, you're probably going to run across either people who just left the level 1 units there, or extremely weak teams. Even if it doesn't happen every single refresh, it's going to happen enough to the point where you can slowly and steadily end up climbing the arena without really taking too many risks. The problem is, if you are fighting teams that are way too difficult and you know that you're going to lose to, you're making this kind of ranking up progress way, way more difficult. Also, when it comes to climbing the arena, strategically try to plan out so that when the reset happens, you are just barely above that arena threshold. So the arena resets every single week, and when the arena does reset, you are going to drop down your arena ranking points back down to the bottom of what that tier list's required ranking is. So when it comes to Gold 4, whenever the arena resets, even if I have 3,195 points, I'm going to drop back down to 2,900 points. So that means that you really want to try to plan out your climbing strategy so that by the end of the arena reset, you are just barely above whatever the threshold is and not barely below it. Because if I were at, let's say, 2,890 points, I'm 10 points away from gold 4, but I'm still in gold 3, and now it's going to reset me back all the way down to 2,600 points. So you just kind of want to learn the system and make sure that you strategically plan it. You do not need a godly arena team to climb if you just strategically refresh it every 15 minutes and look for those easier teams, even if they don't come by all too often. So that is going to be the third strategy. Third thing not to do. Now we're moving on to number 4, which is another really big one, and another really big one that I see a lot of people do incorrectly, and this has to do with the clan boss. You really want to find a clan that is working for your power level. You do not want to be in a clan that is way below your power, and you do not want to be in a clan that is way above your power. If that means that you might possibly have to move clans, that's totally fine. I understand if you might form friends or something. You have to realize that being in the right clan is very, very important for your account progress, and it's going to be very important for maximizing your clan rewards, because you want to make sure that you are fighting the appropriate clan bosses and that you are getting the maximum amount of rewards that you possibly can. If your clan is asking you to use all 4 of your daily keys, attacking something that they're not even going to be able to kill, that you're not even getting the maximum rewards for, you're just wasting all those days worth of clan boss progress. Now, you get a total of 4 arena keys every single day if you plan it out strategically, 1 every 6 hours, and I would say you want to try to fight bosses that are using maybe 2 keys at the most. 2 keying bosses is pretty typical. You also want to make sure that you are in clans where the bosses that you are fighting are actually being killed on a consistent basis, so that you end up getting double the reward. So if that means that you have to switch clans or that you have to make adjustments, it is absolutely going to be worth it, because the clan boss rewards are fantastic. It's a whole bunch of extra gear and rewards to your account that you get every single day consistently without having to use resources like energy in order to end up getting those rewards. So if you have to make adjustments, that is totally fine. You will not regret it when it comes to your clan progress. And finally, number 5, this is a really big one, but I left it towards the end because it might not apply to everybody, especially if you're free to play. This is not going to apply to at all, but it is something that you do have to plan out strategically and something you do not want to do without thinking about, and that is purchases. Now, when it comes to Raid Shadow Legends, one of my biggest dislikes about this game is how they monetize it and how very, very aggressive and almost borderline predatory the monetization is. You're going to notice a whole bunch of different packs constantly popping up. Prices are going to be changing. Things are going to be very strange, and you look at it and some packs look absolutely crazy and not worth it. Some of them look like super insanely good deals. All I can tell you guys is it's all planned out to make it so that people spend the most money that they think they can get. When it comes to you as the player, don't worry about it from the company's standpoint. You want to make sure that you are getting the most value for your money. You don't want to fall into the trap of feeling like you need to spend money, which is what the company might be trying to do at certain points. So it's very important, especially early on, to make sure that you plan out your first few purchases, because when the game learns that you are spending money, the packs that they offer you are going to cost more money. So generally speaking, earlier on, especially if you haven't even made your first purchase, you're going to see the best possible packs. You're going to see some really crazy, really good deals that you will never see again, because the game is really trying to just get you to spend money. It doesn't matter, they want you to make your first purchase. Once you end up making your first purchase, then the packs are going to slowly start getting worse and they're going to get more expensive. So take your time to really kind of learn the pricing system of the game a little bit, especially if you plan on spending money, and plan out your first purchases and what packs you are buying, because the more money you spend, the more expensive the packs are going to get. And also, in a weird way, when the packs get more expensive, they tend to actually get a little bit worse in terms of value. It seems like the exact opposite of how it should be in a game like this, but they really kind of do. So that means that you want to plan out your earlier pack purchases and focus on those so that you can get the stuff that you're looking for the right price before the packs become too expensive. The deals are not really that good, and then what you usually have to do is you have to wait a while before they go back down in price. But those first few are really important. Those first few purchases, when you're leveling up your account, you're never going to really see those super insanely good offers again. So don't get used to them and try to plan them out a little bit strategically. I might end up making an entire video focused just on this last tip because it gets a little bit more complicated, and especially when there's money involved, there are some pretty big mistakes that you can make, including some really big ones that I made that I really wish I didn't, that would have significantly boosted my account's progress while saving me a lot of time and money later on. But that's for a whole different video. I've already talked about enough today, so I'm going to leave it here, and I'm hoping that these 5 tips have kind of helped you out. Things that you guys don't want to do, you want to avoid doing, and they should really help out your overall Raid Shadow Legends progress. So thank you guys, everyone, for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it and you want more videos like this in the future, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for future videos. I really appreciate all the support, everyone. And if you do have any comments, questions, or anything that you want to ask, feel free to let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to get back to every single one of you. With that all being said, thanks again, everyone. Have a fantastic day, and until next time, this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.